In a small village nestled against a vast green mountain range, there lived a boy named Rio. Ever since he was young, Rio was known for being a dreamer. In his eyes, the wide world beyond the village glowed with endless possibilities. Rio dreamed of becoming someone great, maybe an explorer, an inventor, or someone who could change the world. But there was one big problem. Rio never started. Every day he spent hours imagining his bright future. But when it came time to take action, Rio would always delay. "I'll do it tomorrow," he told himself. "I'll wait until I have more time. There's no rush." And so, the days passed by, and Rio's dreams remained just that, dreams. One summer afternoon, Rio wandered near the edge of the forest, where an old wooden cabin stood. The villagers often whispered about the hermit who lived there, a man who had traveled the world and brought back countless strange stories. Curiosity got the better of Rio, and he knocked on the door. A deep, gentle voice called out, "Come in. I've been expecting you." Rio stepped inside and was stunned by what he saw. Shelves packed with books, maps covering the walls, and curious objects from lands far away. In the center of the room sat an old man with silver hair and a long white beard. His eyes were deep and wise, as if they could see right through Rio's thoughts. "You're Rio, the dreamer from the nearby village, aren't you?" "Ha! How do you know?" Rio stammered. The old man smiled. "Because I was once you." Rio's curiosity burned even brighter. With a warm smile, the old man began telling Rio a story. "Many years ago, I was just like you. I dreamed of greatness, but never knew where to start. I believed success was a sudden leap, a magical moment that could transform an ordinary person into a legend overnight. But I was wrong. Success isn't magic. Success is built from small, repeated actions. Every day, every small habit is like a single brick. If you lay enough bricks, you'll eventually build a castle." Rio frowned. "But do small things really make a difference?" The old man chuckled. "Let me tell you about the snowball effect. On the far-off mountain peaks, when winter arrives, a single snowflake falls onto the slope. At first, it's just a tiny white speck. So small, no one notices it, but with each turn down the slope, it gathers more snow. Little by little, the tiny snowflake grows into a snowball. Then, the snowball becomes a giant snow boulder, powerful enough to crush everything in its path. That's how small habits work too. Each day, if you improve by just 1%, after a year, you won't just be 365% better. You'll be 37 times better." Rio's eyes widened. 37 times? How is that possible? The old man pulled out an ancient notebook and opened it to a faded page. Written there was a simple formula. 1% better each day for 365 days equals 1.0, 1 raised to the power of 365, approximately 37.78 times better. Just 1% a day, but with the power of compounding, you'll grow dozens of times stronger. On the other hand, if you become 1% lazier every day, after a year, you'll be the worst version of yourself. Seeing Rio completely captivated, the old man continued, "To succeed, don't chase big changes. Start with small, consistent habits, as natural as breathing." He then shared 7 habits that had changed his own life. 1. Wake up 1 hour earlier. Each morning, he spent an hour reading, reflecting, and planning his day. 2. Keep a journal every day. He recorded 3 good things and 1 new lesson. After a year, it became a treasure trove of wisdom. 3. Read 10 pages a day. Just 10 pages daily added up to over 12 books a year. 4. walk for 10 minutes. It started with 10 minutes, then grew to 30, then 60, keeping both his mind and body strong. Learn 5 new words every day. Over a year, he learned 1,825 new words, unlocking new languages and knowledge. The 5-second rule. Whenever hesitation struck, he counted down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and immediately took action. 7 turn-off devices 1 hour before bed. That hour was for reading and relaxing, not mindless scrolling. The old man's story awakened something deep inside Rio. He realized that success wasn't hidden in grand dreams, but in the tiny habits of everyday life. From that day forward, Rio began waking up 30 minutes earlier, writing in his journal every night, reading before bed. Whenever procrastination appeared, he used the 5-second rule to jump into action. At first, no one noticed any change, but after 3 months, Rio's grades improved. After 6 months, his confidence grew. And after 1 year, he became the top student in his school. A decade later, Rio became a real-life explorer, traveling to over 20 countries and conquering countless challenges. When asked about the secret to his success, Rio simply smiled. Small habits, big results. It wasn't talent or luck, but those small daily actions, quietly compounding into something extraordinary. If you want to change your life, don't wait for some big break. Start with the smallest habit today. Every tiny snowflake can trigger an avalanche. Every single drop of water fills the vast ocean. Every small habit can turn an ordinary person into a legend.